Hi, welcome back to Springfield Arms. You with Zahir on the podcast Guns and Coffee. And today we're looking at a bold statement. Stop buying guns for ego. Is there anything wrong with that? Perhaps. Look, let's understand that for those of you that don't know, people buy firearms for various reasons, okay? If you look at the US market, firearms are part of their constitution. The Second Amendment, which is part of the American Constitution, states that the right to bear arms. Every citizen has the right to bear arms. Okay, it's part of their culture. America is a gun crazy country. All right. In South Africa, it's pretty much a privilege. So it's not a right to own a firearm in South Africa. It's a privilege. If you're a South African citizen, you don't have a criminal record, you are 21 years and over, it's a privilege to own a firearm. If you're looking at the population of South Africa, there are roughly 1.6 registered legal firearm owners in this country. They're probably around, I think the last stat was about 2.8 million legal registered firearms in South Africa. Okay, so that's a very small part of the population that are privileged enough to own firearms. Now, what are some of the reasons people buy firearms? Ego. That's not a reason to buy a firearm. Definitely not, okay? Self-defense, protection, most common. Number two, hunting. We've got a decent hunting fraternity in South Africa, so that's a second reason why you'd buy a firearm. The third reason would be sport shooting. International Practical Shooting Association, IPSC, is a sport shooting fraternity that deals with combat shooting. You've got other multiple sporting organizations that are involved with shooting sports. So that's, you can get your South African colors in certain of these shooting disciplines. You've seen it in the Olympics as well. So that's another reason why you get a firearm license, a specific license for sport shooting. The other reason would be collectors. So there's a category of licenses here in South Africa, or category of people that belong to certain collector organizations, and you could become a collector of firearms. For example, you could become a collector of World War II era firearms. And these firearms are not meant for carry really per se, they are meant for collecting. So that's another category altogether. And of course, the last reason is ego. Yes, there are people that buy firearms just for the heck of it, all right? And if you're buying firearms for ego, you know, I'm gonna buy the biggest, so-called baddest firearm out there, without educating yourself on what you're really buying, you really pose a risk to everybody else around you. Yes, with all due respect to people that buy things out of ego, you need to understand that firearms are a great responsibility. So if you are responsible enough to own a firearm and not let your actions be dictated by your ego, then you are going to be a safe firearm owner. Having said that, I think you need to be very clear about the real reason you want to purchase a firearm in South Africa. Have a great day. I'm out of here. Keep punching. Bye-bye.